Hello, Gemini viewers. So, if you watched my last video, you know that I was getting that there's somebody that you have a past life connection with, somebody probably from ancient Egypt that's coming back around. And I think that is this new love, this fated encounter that we have right here. So if you guys have been watching my videos, I mean, I know I'm reiterating it a lot, but the majority of the people that I channel, the people that are drawn to my videos are kind of in the middle of a love triangle, or you're about to be. There's new love coming in for a lot of you. Definitely is what I feel, is that the divine just said enough is enough with, a certain group of masculines and feminines, and they decided, you need somebody who's going to love you properly. You need somebody who's going to be on the same page with you. So collectively, a lot of you guys have new love coming in, but you also still have the person from the past. That's their energies in this spread as well. And I want to tell you guys both stories on this channel. So I know I'm going to be reiterating that a lot, but I'm going to tell you about the old person that's coming back around. And I'm also going to tell you about the new love that is here in your life right now, or that's coming, that's in your energy field. Somebody that you're probably, you put this intention in to manifest this person, and you guys might be aware of each other in the 5D, like, telepathically having dreams or visions, or just having a feeling that this is the year you're going to be in a relationship with somebody. Just that kind of energy. So again, though, I want to tell you guys both stories because it's your destiny. It's ultimately up to you if you go with the old person or with this new love that's coming in. So yeah, I'll be going into detail about both. So what I feel here, we've got courage, assertiveness, motivation, and forward movement. So you have an ex, or just somebody that you have some kind of history with, that's, they're trying to work up the courage to come back around. They're trying to be assertive. They are thinking about you. They've been spying on you for a while, probably on social media or asking friends about you. I think that you're already aware of that, though. And their fear of commitment, their insecurities, their traumas, childhood wounds and patterns, fear of getting too close to people, that's kind of been an issue in the past, and it's still a little bit of an issue. It's like they start working up the courage to come forward and make some kind of effort, but then they start overthinking, and they start overanalyzing and self-sabotaging. It's like they're in their head a lot about you, is what I get from this spread, is that they dream about you, they think about you, they miss you, they plan an approach, and then they just don't follow through with it. Like, I really get a strong energy of somebody who sends you text messages or goes to call you, and then they like don't say anything when they call, like they just hang up, and just because they wanted to hear your voice, or they write out a message on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, or whatever kind of social media, or through text messaging, and then they just end up deleting it. Like they feel like maybe too much time has gone by, or maybe, you've moved on, or they just don't know what to say. There's like this kind of awkwardness between you guys, like this little bit of a distance. And I feel like they acknowledge the distance. They're aware that there's a distance between the two of you, but they don't really want there to be a distance. But yeah, I feel like they delete the messages that they go to send you. It's like they almost like, I wouldn't want to say that they're bipolar, but it's a similar energy to bipolar, is what I'm kind of getting from these masculines or feminines, whatever your story might be. Could go either way, but yeah, I feel like they have these good days where they really miss you, and they go to reach out, and then there's just like this energy of mental instability, where it's like they go to message you and they just can't seem to do it. They end up overthinking it and getting stuck in their head, and their insecurities take over, and they come up with some reason not to. And it just feels like it's really hot and cold back and forth with them. Like they have days when they really miss you, and then they have days when they're just kind of doing their own thing. So it's a really interesting energy with this person. And you have sex and seduction here. So I'm taking this to mean a couple different things, actually, for this group. Let me see if I can get this to focus better. So I notice that, because we have fear of commitment right here, this person looking down, And it's kind of like a too little too late energy, because I see the sex and seduction card. She's looking over at this new man who's more assertive, more confident. It's like he's, this is a new love. This is like a destined encounter. I really think that the new love, because in the last reading, I got, so for this group of Geminis, I've been getting that you guys are really coming into your power this year. You're really reclaiming yourselves, reinventing yourselves, becoming the person that you want to be. Your psychic abilities are manifesting rapidly. I feel more and more. And, you're in a very, I get like the high priestess energy a lot, or like the empress kind of energy for this group of Geminis that I channel. It's that your energy is very seductive, very just empowering, very you're just very attractive to people right now. And this has been a consistent energy I've gotten over the last few months, that you're coming into your power more and more. It might be a little bit of a process, it might be messy at points, but you are going through this sort of like awakening and reinventing yourself and being who you want to be, and manifesting the life that you want, making the world your oyster. So anyway, not to blab too much, sorry about that. But new love, fated encounter, I feel like this is that energy I was getting in the last reading, that this is someone you have a past life connection from, probably from Egypt. So this is a very old, ancient connection. And I feel like with sex and seduction here, I feel like, well, for one thing, I think it's saying, you're really seductive right now. Like your energy is just very like beautiful, very enchanting, very mesmerizing. Look at how he's looking at her. Look how like he's just kind of amazed by her. Like and he was very assertive. He's very confident. He's not really insecure and scared like the other guy is. He's much more sure about things. I also, so probably too much info, but I'm also getting sexual energy is that this other guy maybe didn't do much in bed, or maybe he was afraid in bed, or maybe he like was insecure, or maybe he just did things that you weren't really liking, or there was like I don't know, something about sex here. And I feel like this other person is probably more likely to do what you want them to do in bed, if that makes sense. Like this relationship is more sexual than the other one was, basically. You guys are more sexually compatible and more romantically and emotionally compatible than you are with the ex. I do see the ex wanting to reconcile though, and again, they've been spying for a while. I think that you're aware of that. And I think when they might be feeling this new love is coming in for you too, and that might be making them kind of jealous and kind of want to do something, because they can feel it. Even if they don't say anything, it's like they can still energetically kind of just feel that your energy is moving on from them. So yeah, they might eventually get scared enough to work up the courage finally to, send that message that they've been planning on sending, that they type out and they delete, or they overthink and they come up with a million reasons why you wouldn't respond or why they shouldn't do it. But this might just push them over that edge. And they might be watching you on social media too and getting kind of jealous, or kind of seeing that you're posting things like maybe your energy is different than it was before. You're not like as focused on them anymore, and they're kind of just aware of that right now. I think they're going to choose their words wisely, and they're going to plan their approach. And that's what they're doing now. But they're finding a balance. They realize they can't just pour their heart out and say a bunch of stuff when they're drunk or when they're emotional and text it all to you. So I think now they're sort of just trying to find that balance. Like, okay, obviously I can't push myself to send him or her this text where I'm, saying everything that I've been wanting to say for a while now. How do I reword this? How do I take a step back and just find a good balance? So I think that's kind of what they're in their head about now. They're trying to figure out how they can find that balance and what they could say to you, because they don't want to say too much and overwhelm you. But at the same time, if they messed up, they also don't want to say too little. You know what I mean? Like, if they hurt you, they don't want to just be like, hey, how's your day? Like, because then you'd just be like, screw you. Like, really? How was my day? What do you mean, how was my day? You can't just say that out of the blue. So they're really looking for the balance right now. But again, it's your choice. I think that when this message does finally come in, you're going to get to decide if this is, you know, new love for you, like if this is like a new start with this person, or is it closure with this person? Because when this new love comes in, which it's either just come in or it's coming in for you guys, you might not even want this other person when they come back around. And so you get to decide, do you want to go back to the old person, or do you want, you know, do you want to end this pattern or this cycle, this karmic cycle you have with this other person, and have, you know, this breakthrough and freedom? You know, the choice is yours, what path you go down. I think that you know, you're magical, you're powerful, you're able to manifest what you want right now. You're able to put the intention in. I think that's kind of why these two cards are together, actually. End of a pattern or cycle, breakthrough, freedom, and then we have magic, intention, power, and manifestation right below it. So it's like the world is your oyster. What do you want? What cycle do you want? What patterns do you want? Like, I think that you're becoming aware of these psychological patterns too, and you're becoming aware that, you know, you're taking responsibility for yourself and for your patterns, and you're becoming aware that, you know, you get to decide what you have in your life, you know, how your life is. I think you're becoming more and more introspective is basically what I'm saying. Like you're kind of maybe focusing on psychology more than you have in the past, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, it's up to you. With this new person, again, I think that, you know, with dreams, visions, and telepathic communication here, I think that you guys have been channeling each other. I think that you guys are aware of each other. I think this is someone you would have a deep psychic bond with. I think this is also somebody who would be more assertive and more dominant in the right ways than the other person was, you know, including in the bedroom too. I think this is somebody who would just be more grounded, more courageous. It would be more of a stable relationship, where I think the other one was kind of passionate, like hot and cold. And of course there would be passion here too, but it wouldn't just be like, one day I want you, one day I don't. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be like a toxic kind of passion. It would be more like a stable type of passion, where it's like you guys just have mutual respect and consistent love for each other, is what I get. But again, the world is your oyster. The choice is yours. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, and if this resonates, please go ahead and subscribe to me. And I also do paid private readings. My email is below.